I'm Janet with Radiant Realty, your Montana Realtor. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and stay a while. And don't be shy, I love reading your comments and of course answering any questions you might have. So today, it is the end of August. I can't believe we're in the last week of August already. I know a lot of states have already, their kids have already gone back to school. Ours have not here. Our girls start back September 1st, so gearing up for that. But anyways, I thought since we're in August, kind of winding down the summer, it would be a great time to kind of look back at 2022 and just see what the market here in Montana has done. So today in this video, we're just going to take a look at Flathead County, Montana, and then all of Montana as a whole, and just kind of see how the market is trending here this year. And if you do find anything in here helpful or useful, please do give a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And of course, if you are looking to buy or sell a property or home here in Montana, please give me a call. I would love to hear more about your needs and just help you out with any questions that you might have. All right, so let's take a look at some of the market stats here for July, since we're not quite through with August yet. So for July in Flathead County, you can see in this graph here that we had 250 new listings. Now in 2021, in July, we had 257 new listings. So that kind of seems counterintuitive to what we know the market's doing. However, if you go down almost to the bottom of that graph to inventory of homes for sale, you'll see that in July of 2022, we have 550 available homes for sale, whereas 2021 we had 357 homes for sale. So that inventory is picking up here, which definitely means if you are on the selling side, list as soon as possible because it is slowing down for you. If you are on the buying side, that's great news for you. You can buy anytime because your inventory is picking up. It's a little bit better. Prices are dropping for you. However, if you wait longer, then the interest rates are predicted to continue to rise, so you might not gain anything there. So just whenever you find that perfect house, that would be a great time for you to just dive in and put in an offer. All right, so you can see percent of list price received there as well. Very interesting. So in 2021, people were getting over asking offers. 101.8% is basically what they were getting for their home. Now in 2022, it's a little bit less. So people are coming in right at or just below the asking price. And that percentage there is sitting at 99.3% currently. And if you go to the very bottom there, month's supply of inventory, that's a good number that we want to keep a lookout on. So in 2021, it was 2.1 months supply, which is so low. So that's why it was a seller's market and homes were flying off the market within 2 days to a week, and sellers were getting over asking for that. Now we are sitting at 4.3 months supply here in July. A balanced market is pretty much between 4 and 6 months. Anything over that, it's a buyer's market. Anything under that, it's a seller's market. So it's a pretty great time to sell or buy right now. Okay, so let's scroll on down to the next graph, which is for townhouses and condos. So very similar, but slight differences. New listings for July of 2022 was 88 versus 2021, there were 85. If you look at the days on market until sale there, it's 186 currently, July 2022 versus 33, July 2021. So a big difference there. And then inventory of homes for sale. Again, these are townhomes and condos. July of 2022, there's 208 versus 143 in 2021. And then that month's supply of inventory as well. 5.8 months supply currently in July of 2022 versus 2.5 months supply in 2021. So those numbers are similar, slightly different, but still trending the same. Okay, so let's broaden our scope just a little bit. We were in Flathead County, now we're going to go to the Northwestern Montana MLS, and then we're also going to compare that with the Montana Regional MLS, so all of Montana as a whole. So when we look at the Northwestern Montana MLS, you've got new listings for July were 353 versus July of 2021, 363, so very close there. Days on market for July of 2022, 74. Versus 2021, it was at 29. Percent of list price received, again, trending the same. In July of this year, it was at 98.6%, whereas 2021, they were getting 101.2%. So definitely that over asking price last year. Inventory of homes for sale, Currently, this past July, 807 versus 2021 was at 571, and then month supply of inventory. Currently, this past July, 4.4 months versus 2021, 2.2 months. So now let's flip over and see the Montana Regional MLS and how that compares. Okay, so new listings for all of Montana for July, 989 listings versus 1,070 in 2021. Sellers were excited to list in 2021 if they had somewhere to go. Days on market until sale, this July, 69 versus 32 in 2021, so just over double the amount of time there to sell. Percent of list price received for all of Montana, 99.8% versus 101.9% last July in 2021. And then your inventory of homes for sale, 1,896 this July, 1,489 last July. And then your month supply of inventory, 3.1 months supply for all of Montana. So that's still pretty low for Montana as a whole, but last year the same time it was 2 months supply of inventory. Okay, so let's move on and just do that same comparison with townhomes and condos. So for Northwestern Montana, new listings for July, 90 versus 93 in 2021. Days on market until sale, 186 versus 36. So that is a big difference. That's almost 6 times the amount of time to sell. So much longer for townhomes and condos. Let's see here, inventory of homes for sale, 214 versus 151 last year. And then month supply of inventory, 5.6 months versus 2.5 months. So now let's head on over to the Montana Regional MLS, where we get the stats for Montana as a whole. 151 new listings in July versus 149 last year, so almost identical. Days on market until sale, 117 versus 36. Again, as a reminder, this is for townhomes and condos. So as Montana as a whole is doing better as far as days on market than Northwestern Montana for townhomes and condos. Inventory of homes for sale, 303 this year versus 216 last year. And then month supply of inventory for Montana is 3.8 currently, where it was 1.9. It got below 2 months supply last year in July. Okay, and then let's just take a closer look at this graph, which kind of breaks down the days on market, because this is important whether you're buying or selling, especially if you're selling. I get that question a lot. How long would we expect to be listed before getting that buy-sell contract and getting that money? So in the Northwestern Montana MLS, you see the graph there for single family for July. 2022, 74 versus 29 in 2021 versus 77 in 2020. So that takes us back 1 extra year, which is kind of nice to see. For the townhomes and condos, you've got 186 days for 2022 versus 36 in 2021 and 96 in 2020. So those townhomes and condos are taking a lot longer to sell here in 2022 than the last 2 years. Now, historically, if you look at that graph there at the bottom, you're still kind of middle of the road there. So like I said, if you are selling, it's not a bad time to sell. It's a great time to just jump on in. Probably the best it's going to be for a while, quite some time now. You might have missed the high, but also if you're buying again, then you are going to pay a little bit less than you would have if you had sold a few months ago or last year as well. So it kind of evens out. Okay, and let's not forget about Montana as a whole. So for the Montana Regional MLS, you have days on market for single family homes in 2022 sitting at 69 versus 2021, 32 days, and then 2020, 64 days. Similar to the graph that we saw previously, trending kind of the same for all of Montana. Townhomes and condos, again, very similar, 117 days in 2022 versus 36 days in 2021 and 80 days in 2020. Okay, so another graph that I like to take a little closer look at, and my buyers and sellers do as well, is the percent of list price received. It's definitely interesting to know how close to the asking price you're getting. So for July of 2022, for Northwestern Montana, it looks like they received 98.6% of asking price on average for single family homes. and 100% for those townhomes and condos. So while those might be sitting a little bit longer, at least they were getting full asking price on those. If you go back to 2021, 101.2% for single family homes and 101.7% for those townhomes and condos. So definitely over asking last year if you were even going to compete. And then in 2020, 98.5% for the single family homes and 98.8% for the townhomes and condos. So let's head on over to the Montana Regional MLS and see how that compares. Okay, so for all of Montana as a whole in July, 99.8% was received for single family homes, and then 101.4% for those townhomes and condos. So those were actually going over asking price in July for Montana as a whole. If you go back last year, 101.9% for single family homes, 101.7% for condos and townhomes. So those were pretty similar. And then back to 2020, 98.8% and 98.7%. So very close there as well, trending with the single family and the townhomes and condos. So if you're on the selling side and you're priced right, you should get pretty close to list, pretty close to what you're asking, maybe a little bit less. If you're on the buying side and you're thinking, ooh, I can really capitalize and go in super low and get a great deal, maybe a little too soon for that, but you might be able to get a little bit off that asking price. All right, and then one more graph I like to take a little closer look at is that month supply of inventory as mentioned. So for Northwestern Montana in July, we had 4.4 months supply for single family, 5.6 months supply for those condos and townhomes. Same time last year, 2.2 for single family, 2.5 for the townhomes and condos. And then if you go back to 2020, it was 3.7 months supply for single family and 3.5 months supply for those townhomes and condos. So historically, from 2020 until now, if you are a buyer, that's great news for you. You're sitting with a few more choices than you've had in the last couple of years. If you look at that graph though down below, it's still historically low across the board, but it is trending up. So that's great news if you are a buyer. If you're a seller, you might want to get on that as soon as possible. Give me a call. I will talk you through that and we will work up a great plan to get your house sold for top dollar. All right, and then the month supply of inventory for Montana as a whole. In July this year, 3.1 months supply for single family homes, 3.8 for those townhomes and condos. Back last year, 2021, 2 months supply for single family, 1.9 months supply for townhomes and condos. And then back to 2020, 3.2 single family and 3.1 for those townhomes and condos. And again, that graph is trending the same. So still a pretty historical low as far as inventory goes, but it is trending up. So whether you're buying or selling, if you have more questions about any of these graphs or these numbers or what it all means, go ahead and reach out, give me a call. I'm happy to walk you through that closer. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have additional comments, questions, ideas for videos, leave them in the comments section below. I love hearing from you guys. Have an amazing week and I will see you next time.